today. From Lambeau Field in Green Bay, Wisconsin, it's Week 2 of the NFL on EA Sports. And the Green Bay Packers taking on Tua Tagovailoa and the Miami Dolphins.
Well, if you listen closely, Coach, you can hear the jet skis roaring in the bay just a few miles north of where we sit at Lambeau Field. Just a beautiful late summer day in Wisconsin. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Miami Dolphins and the Green Bay Packers. Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, we look at this Packer team as we enter play here. They come in off a good win on the road, and now they hit the home opener at 1-0. Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Dolphins, they were losers their last time out. They're going to try to get back in the win column, but obviously they're going to have to do that in a hostile environment.
And sometimes it actually works to your advantage. Now you've got to band together your team, the us against the world mentality. Let's see if they can use it and get a victory.
The final weekend of the summer. Hope you're enjoying it wherever you are as we are off and running on EA Sports. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. Here is Tua Tagovailoa heading out to lead this Miami offense.
Coming off of a loss their last time out, I think he's just seeking to make a bigger impact on the game. He threw a touchdown pass, didn't throw an interception. I think he just wants to jump those numbers up in terms of flinging it around and letting his receivers get into the end zone.
About 3 here as he's out to the 30.
Number 30 on the carry.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Tua wants to throw it on second down. Got a man open. That's Devontae Parker complete. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a first? So the big play moves them all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. Now the former Washington Husky. Here's Myles Gaskin. And he only manages a couple here down to about the 38-yard line.
Savage on the tackle. A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8. At the 38-yard line.
Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
Complete on the throwaway.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. Remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the tuck rule that they can fall back on anymore.
And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the first as the tackle is made at the 33.
A short gain that doesn't get them the first down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before.
Field goal. A 50-yard attempt.
And this is good. He got just enough to clear the crossbar as he drops it in from long distance.
Packers
had just the one big play on the drive, but that was enough to put him in field goal range.
And one big play of what they hope will be many others throughout the game. Every team has a different target for the number of plays like that, those explosives that we talk about. That allowed them to put points on the board on that drive. Let's see how the rest of the game goes.
Veteran Green Bay quarterback Aaron Rodgers ready to go for drive number 1 along with the rest of this Packer offense.
I think Aaron Rodgers is one of the poster boys for persistence and belief in self. Because coming out of high school, he had 0 scholarship offers in the D1 level, went to a junior college, went to Cal, and just blew up there. And then, of course, as a first-round draft pick, but a lot lower than what he expected in the first round, and then had to sit behind Brett Favre for a few years in Green Bay before getting his shot. Now he's probably one of the better quarterbacks that we've seen come down the pipe.
He had the start to a season a week ago that everybody player of the week. Can he do it a second time?
He can. He absolutely positively can because of his skill set. When people adjust to him, he has a great ability to adjust himself and make them continue to chase him throughout the game.
The numbers on the ground for Jones last week. 1 rushing touchdown, yes, but look at the rushing yards. He was up near 200.
The one phrase I'd use to describe that performance: he carved up that defense.
Here's Ronald Jones, first carry for the USC man. And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line.
38-yard line.
Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. On second down now, it's Jones. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
To Aaron Jones.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
3rd and 3.
Rodgers going to try and throw on 3rd down. And he took the contact as he was throwing it, and the ball drops incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
And this will be covered up. Pretty good result. It'll be down at the 14-yard line.
At their own 14-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. The throw here caught by Devontae Parker. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
First down.
And he'll give it here to his running back.
Number 30.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
No gain.
No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
At the 30-yard line.
Off of play action. Tagovailoa. He's going to look deep down the field. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down. An incomplete pass on 2nd down. It muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. It's caught on the right side. Will across the 35 before he's out of bounds. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
4th down.
On 4th down, Matt Hawk to punt it away. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. 46 yards on the boot. The coverage holds him to just 3 on the return. And it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. They'll start out on the ground with Jones. And he'll push forward for about 4 up to the 23.
Aaron Jones.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run. But the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
Another good run there for a guy who, remember, on Wednesday was named NFC Offensive Player of the Week for what he did a week ago.
Yeah, and you know it takes some solid runs and some extra special ones in order to win that type of an award. I think he's locked in and wants to get it done a 2nd time.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Now it looks like we'll get a timeout, and we will. We've got an injured Packer on the field. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. On 2nd down, it's Jones. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
That's good.
He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to them.
They'll come up on a 2nd and 4 now from the 40-yard line. This is Jones. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 3.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
They'll try and run for it with Jones. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. 17 yards on the play there as the Packers have the first down as well. The first drive this unit had, they punted. This drive, much more polished, just looking crisper, aren't they, moving the ball?
Maybe the first drive was a little bit of a wake-up call. Probably a little bit angry that they had to punt the ball away the first time they had it. Got motivated, got to the sideline, and said, okay, let's not let that happen here as we take over again.
A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
First down. 1st and goal at the 8-yard line.
Here's Rodgers. Setting up the screen here, Aaron Jones. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Aaron Jones, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Packers have taken the lead. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a 2nd one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
Mason Crosby to kick off for Green Bay.
Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
Taking over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Tua and the Dolphins now with a 1st and 10 at their own 21. He'll set up to throw from the gun. That's caught by his big tight end, Mike Gesicki. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 9 catches, 79 yards, and a touchdown.
That was a nice job there pulling that one in. Now, this is an offense that will certainly spread the ball around a bit. This is a guy the defenses had better focus on.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
It'll go as a gain of 7 on the play, and it sets up a 3rd and inches situation. Gonna give this time to the tailback. And he's got the first down as he's up to the 45-yard line.
He was brought down.
They have the first down with that gain of 4 yards.
On the play.
So after 2 first downs, they get another here. 1st and 10 at the 45. On first down, Winslow. And he stopped immediately there.
Another carry.
No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
Ryan Amos on the tackle. No gain on the play. Brings up
after 1, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Now they'll throw with Tagovailoa. They'll find Williams on the slant. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
Brings up.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 22-yard line. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. To a hit, and the ball is out. But I think a Dolphin was able to fall on it. Yes, they'll keep possession here. And now following that sack, looks like we've got an injured man down there on the field. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. So they keep the ball, but work to do on 2nd and long. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down. The Dolphins on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And they'll get to him short of the 1st down at about the 16. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
He wasn't the primary target, but I think it was almost like a check-down situation, wasn't it?
Yeah, hoping he can break some tackles, a big tight end, but he couldn't do it.
Yeah, get it to that big frame and hope he can scatter some bodies, unable to get it done.
7, Dolphins 6.
So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. So I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find...
The Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Here's Aaron Jones in the offense trotting back out. And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the 2nd quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had.
Right.
Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated because you know they're always working towards 100.
He's been working well towards 100 here. On 2nd and a couple. Rodgers. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
Incomplete.
You got to give some credit. They're able to hop up in the air and bat that one away. And that's frustrating for an offensive lineman because the only recourse is when he goes in the air to try and get some type of pop or a shove, hoping to bring his arms down.
And they will finally haul him down at the Dolphins' 27-yard line. A big hitter. That one goes for 40 yards. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the 2nd level because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the 2nd level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. A good response by the defense, sending them backwards after that huge gain last play. Jones, and only able to muster a couple down to about the 27.
Now, that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down.
Offense.
Now, if you're going to get rid of it, you better get outside the pocket.
Yeah, you have to get outside of that tackle-to-tackle box, right? Get out there, and then you can do it legally, but he wasn't able to do so, and they end up losing the down as well.
Here's Cameron Johnston now. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. Here's Cameron Johnston now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And they won't try and pooch it. It's a fake. Oh, but this is going to backfire as it's intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. That was just one of those interceptions from our perspective here. We got a good view at the 50-yard line mid-level that quarterback and receiver were not on the same page.
Just by his reaction, I'm talking about the quarterback, he expected something different from his receiver, whether he expected him to break in, out, deeper, shorter. They'll determine that on the sideline. But bottom line, you can see that he thought he'd be in a different spot, except the defender was not his intended target.
2nd and 10. at the 27-yard line.
Tagovailoa to throw on second down here. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there.
To number 13.
5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. The Dolphins on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. And that one drops incomplete as he got popped as he was throwing it. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part to get them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction. Almost outkicked his coverage there. 48-yard punt, but 10 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. So here are the Packers now to take over. They were winners over the Jets a week ago, and they are in the driver's seat right now as well. Now this one to his running back out of the backfield. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup. They'll contain him to just 4, 2nd down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. And he'll get this up only to about the 33.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
Eluding the pressure right. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
Good coverage there holds him to just a 2-yard return following a punt of 44. And it'll be Dolphin football. Tagovailoa and the Dolphins come up 1st and 10 at their own 22. Off the play fake, he'll set up to throw it. He's going to let one go deep. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. That one good for 37 yards. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Tua. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
They'll try the left side. Winslow. And he'll take it inside the 40 to the 39-yard line. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. He's going to go for a big play downfield. Green Bay up to the task there in coverage and forcing a 4th down.
Thus far, they have been able to move the line of scrimmage very well in the running game. Almost felt like they said in the huddle, can you guys pass protect? Let's take a big shot downfield. Didn't get it on that one, but they may come back to it again.
And this won't get there. Won't be online either. It's no good. Off to the right, and this score will stay right where it is. As a kicker from that distance, 56, 57 yards, so many things you got to worry about, but I am a little surprised he didn't get it there.
Yeah, with the way kickers are nowadays, we're surprised anything under 65 that it doesn't get at least to the crossbar. But remember this, you have to drive it a little bit lower in order to make that distance, and you also have to be worried about the interior rush that they can get their hands on it. So that's why those stronger kickers nowadays who can pop it up in the air and still travel and carry it, that's who you're looking for.
And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. 41. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
3-yard pickup.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. They give to Dillon out of the gun. And he'll get this down close to a 1st down at about the Dolphins' 35. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. The Packers on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Now Jones. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a 1st down. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
First and 10 at the 32-yard line.
They'll run it with Jones. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6.
He was brought down.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. Was that 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. And out of bounds right around the 20.
A.J. Dillon. That's up.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in this second week of the regular season. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. A nice pickup there, 10 yards. So not quite a first and goal. It's first and 10 from the 10. Now a draw play. This is Jones. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
You can't block me. You can't block me. You can get it. 50's the mark. 50's the mark. Go, go, go.
On 2nd down, it's Jones. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2.
Makes it 3rd and 2.
You got nothing. You can get it. Check 55 to Mike. Check 55 to Mike. It's coming this way. Coming this way. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Mike 55. Mike 55. I got him. I got him.
They'll try and run for the first with Dillon. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Green Bay touchdown. A.J. Dillon as the first half is winding down. And the Packers add 6 to their lead.
And that lead is now 7 with a chance to go to 8 or more if they want to get crazy here, which we don't expect. But I just know the way the game's being played with the analytics, there's going to be a lot more of going for 2 in a lot of situations, isn't there?
Yeah, there's going to be. And I think their focus here, they don't want to give up anything going into the lockers on the other, and just a little bit of time left on the clock.
Yeah, they don't want to do anything to erase the good feeling they have right now by getting this late score in the half.
Crosby connects on the extra point, and the lead is up to 8. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin. Go ahead and take this one, go to the locker room, start over.
Okay, Brandon, we'll get you back to you and Charles in a bit, but first it's time for a trip around the NFL following an eventful opening weekend. Let's see what's happening in Week 2. We'll begin up north at MetLife Stadium over in New Jersey. And it's the Lions who hold on to the lead in that one. Willie Snead, a touchdown reception. From there, we move to Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City to see what's going on with the Chiefs. And they've got the lead in that ball game over the visiting Jaguars. Patrick Mahomes has thrown a touchdown pass. Lastly, let's get to the Windy City. See what's happening with the Bears at home at Soldier Field. And they've got the lead in their matchup with the Tampa Bay Bucks. The Bears off a win in their opener, looking to make it 2 straight as they lead at home. And our game has been Aaron Rodgers who was on target in the first half. His guys have the lead as we'll hand it back over to our commentators, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A one-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
Packers take over first and 10. 7-yard line.
The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. On second down, Dillon. He'll have a first down past the 40. The 40. The 20. 10. Touchdown, Packers. A.J. Dillon. His second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. They blitzed defensively there, but he was able to slip through that first layer, and then he was gone.
I think they won the leverage game, didn't they?
Yes.
Right? They saw the blitz coming. That got to him a little bit, but they leveraged it perfectly and found not just a crease, a gigantic hole. And off he goes, and he's still going all the way to the end zone.
Extra point up and good by Crosby. And the lead is up to 15 now.
Mason Crosby.
Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
At their own 24-yard.
So here are the Dolphins now. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're
into a double team, and it's intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick, and his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line.
That was a really nice interception. I think it illustrates the differences between playing man and playing zone. When you're in man, all you're focused on is the receiver in front of you. But when you're in zone, you're allowed to read the quarterback's eyes and go to the ball. That's exactly what happened on that play.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it's just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But looks like they're ready to go.
On the crossing route, complete. It's Andrews. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5. That catch good for 5. It's third down. In danger of squandering their great field position as they come up on a 3rd and 7. Shotgun now for Rodgers. And it's complete. He gets this one to Washington. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
I'm not sure how much more evidence they need, partner, than to understand that if they don't start to slow him down, it's going to be a long afternoon here at the stadium.
And he'll take this one in for a Packer touchdown. Ronald Jones, his second touchdown on the season. And his guys capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. When you talk about a battle being won in the trenches, that touchdown right there, a lot of credit to the offensive linemen.
Yeah, when you watch them surge across the front, they really created great space for the runner to get in.
Extra point try now for Crosby. He's got it, and the lead swells. It's 28-6. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And it's Ronald Jones that polishes it off with a touchdown run.
Crosby to kick off for Green Bay.
Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
At their own 24-yard line.
Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. And last time, 1 play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people would think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback you got a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
They'll run on first down. Winslow. Some fancy footwork, but not much room to operate. Just up past the 25 and no further. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
They'll keep it on the ground. Winslow. Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28.
Play to the running back.
2 yards on the first down carry and then followed up by 2 yards on the second down carry.
Well, that's definitely not going to be enough to get the job done. Wasn't the expression 3 yards in a cloud of dust?
Now they're going to need 6 on third down to keep the drive going. A third down now. Those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points. He's got his man. It's Williams. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. Tua finding Williams for a Dolphin first down.
First down, Dolphin.
Well, remember, they tried to give him the ball and let him run on the last play, but I think the light bulb went off in their play caller's mind, and this time they get it to him the more conventional way, and it's much more successful as well.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now a give right side. Winslow, and able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41.
Taken down.
They just keep trying, but so far, finding no room for him to run.
None whatsoever. In fact, you run the numbers. He's under 3 yards a carry at the moment. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll keep it on the ground. Winslow. And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48.
Carry for the running back.
In every game, teams are looking for that momentum shift, and that run there, the offense feels like, hey, maybe we can get something going, but defensively, they've slowed them down the entire game. They don't want to turn into more. They're going to try and figure out a way to take it back on this next play.
A pickup of 5 that time and a first down.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? They looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
On the right side, open is Gesicki. And he'll get it down here to the 43. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
4 yards on the
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
43-yard line.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And this Green Bay defense making that play look a lot like the previous one. Both tackles behind the line of scrimmage.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Under pressure, and he will go 46. Draymond Jones coming in to drop it for a loss of 8, and it also brings up 4th. Here's Matt Hawk now as he's on to punt for Miami. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. It's a return of 4 following a 42-yard punt. And the Packer drive will start from deep in their own territory with a 1st and 10. Jordan Love in this offense ready to get the winning here in the 3rd quarter, but really the ground game is where it's been at for them, hasn't it?
So whatever the game plan was, you just got to focus on continuing to run the football. And really that takes the pressure off of the guy throwing it around. Doesn't have to be the focal point. Hand it off, let him chew up the yardage in big plays, and your team's winning. The only people upset, the fantasy guys who may have started him at quarterback in their leagues.
And we'll see if they continue with the recipe of the ground game.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Again, it's Jones. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. 12 yards there and a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 27-yard line.
Dillon now on 1st and 10. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle 3rd. He couldn't catch it. Now 3rd down. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. This into the hands of his running back, Ronald Jones. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. 13 yards, 1st down Packers. A pair of 1st downs gives them a 1st and 10 up at the 44.
44-yard line.
They go back to the ground with Jones. And he's across midfield and into Miami territory. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1. At the 47-yard line.
On 2nd down now, Dillon. And he'll get this down close to a 1st down at about the Dolphins' 42. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard.
Ronald Jones.
They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here. All right, I got to ask you, with these RPOs, essentially the quarterback has 3 options, right? So what's different from that versus the triple option that we see the service academies run at the college level?
As a general rule, the triple option at the college level, most things are called outside of the quarterback faking it to the runner and then keeping it himself and maybe having a trail back. What I mean is, in the NFL, that option to throw the football all comes about organically. It's a natural deal based on reads. In college, if you're going to throw the football off a triple option, you've actually called that play.
And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Sets him up nicely. 1st and goal. It was a pickup of 14.
Goal at the 9-yard line.
They'll run here with Dillon. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. Back now at Lambeau. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal. From the shotgun, a give to Jones. And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
Meanwhile, on third down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. Nothing doing there as the 13th play of the drive proves to be unlucky. So it's been a long drive. They've held the ball for quite a while. Now what do you do here?
Well, to me, at this stage after this drive, this close to the goal line, 3 points would be a letdown. I'm going for it here.
Makes the score Packers 31, Dolphins 6.
So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the fourth.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
After the made field goal, now Crosby will do the kickoff duties. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
Take over first and 10.
Miami set to take over. Tua and the Dolphins now with a 1st and 10 at their own 24. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him. All right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. Now he dumps this off over the middle. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
The Dolphins on 3rd down. They're right at about the league average, 40%, 4 for 10. This will be 3rd and 6. Here's Tua. And he will find his man on the outside. And he's going to have the 1st down, yardage to the 35.
A gain of 7.
Tua finding Gesicki there for a Dolphin 1st. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And again, it's Tagovailoa. Throw right side, complete to Williams. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3. Tua setting up shop to throw again. Got a man over the middle. It's Williams. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Tua to throw again. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46. Rashawn Gary. Credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Now a dump off here complete. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And that is incomplete. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen. despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Packer pressure, and down he goes. Dean Lowry, and that will force a turnover on downs.
Everyone gears up for 3rd down, talks about the importance of it. But 4th down, that's truly the moment of truth play, isn't it?
Everything's dialed up a little bit more. And, you know, it's such a momentum play, isn't it?
Absolutely, because it can flip either way depending on who converts on 4th down.
And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. They've got a chance now to put this game away following that last defensive stop and punt. On 1st down, it's Jones. And a pretty good run there as he gets 7 down to the 33.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now.
Ronald Jones, the ball carrier.
Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Jones. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 17 yards on the play there as the Packers have the 1st down as well.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a 1st down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
Again, the ball carrier.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Hey, when you get good yardage like that on 1st down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
Flush to his right. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off Byron Jones. He got out of the pocket there, was wondering what he was going to do with it, but I think he was calling, his receiver was calling for the ball, wasn't he?
He certainly was. The problem, he called for it too late, and when he delivered, they were all over him in the secondary and came up with the interception.
No gain on the screen there. It's 2nd down.
Complete to Myles Gaskin. No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 28-yard line.
On 2nd down, Tua looking for his running back, and he's got him. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
Complete to Myles Gaskin.
The Packers bringing in an extra member of the secondary here to try for the 3rd down stop.
3rd down.
Going to the air, Tagovailoa. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down.
Complete to Myles Gaskin.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
From midfield, here's Tua. And the pressure gets there, and Tua is going to be taken down. Was Zadarius Smith there getting in and bringing him to the ground.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
Now an open man. That's the tight end, Gesicki. It's complete. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to 3rd down.
It's a gain of 15, but it's 3rd down.
Tagovailoa going to try and throw on 3rd down. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 31-yard line. That one good for 13 and a Dolphin first down. First line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now a throw here to his running back. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
At the Packers' 23-yard line.
Again, they will throw it with Tagovailoa. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line.
A gain of 3 on the play.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Here's a throw right side taken in by his tight end. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line.
Complete.
7 yards the pickup there.
It's a gain of
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
13-yard line.
And that one finds the ground, breaking a string of 5 straight completions. And it brings up 2nd down. No, 3rd down. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Now Tua. And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. From 13 yards out. And the Dolphins are able to draw a bit closer. Jason Sanders now for the extra point. He's got it, and that'll make the score 31-13. So that one a long 11-play drive. And it ends with a touchdown for the Dolphins. So it would no doubt be a miracle comeback from here, but let's see what they can do starting with the onside kick. And this one's going to be covered up by the Packers hands team. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Watch the safety creep.
On 1st down, it's Jones.
Ronald Jones.
A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Watch QB drop. Watch QB drop. Mike's 50. Mike's 50. Tackle.
They'll go again to Jones. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
I've got an idea. Let's skip racing to the airport at the end of this game. Let's go to the post-game press conference. I have a feeling that the quarterback of this winning team is going to be giving a whole lot of credit to the running game and the offensive line.
Yeah, I was just going to say the offensive line, yes, carrying the ball has been key, but those guys up front, they've made a lot of space. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down.
That's another Packers first down. 1st and 10 at the 21-yard line. Today's final score, Packers.
Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting them break your serve. That way you hold on to it,